Hello and welcome to With the Flow. My name is Tara, and today we are going to do a morning stretch. So, this little sequence is going to be a great way to get the body moving, to open up the body, ready for the rest of our day. So, if you usually use yoga blocks, feel free to have those close by, and we're going to get started in our child's pose. So, bringing the knees as wide as your mat, feet together, and then reaching your fingertips forward, forehead to the ground, and reaching your hips towards your heels. Just taking a moment here, finding the length through your spine. So as you press your hips into your heels, try and walk your fingertips a little further forward. And then maybe just taking a moment to notice the breath. So if you aren't already, we want to begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Thinking about slowing down the breath. So longer inhale, longer exhale. Just taking a few more breaths here. Again, feeling the length in the spine. Energy all the way from the sit bones, all the way to the fingertips. And then from here, we just walk both hands over to the right hand side. So maybe both hands come off your mats. An option to bring your left hand on top of your right. And then forehead just down to the ground again. So we're just getting a nice stretch down the left hand side of the body. So think about pressing that left sit bone down into that left heel. Take another breath here. And then walk the hands all the way over to the other side. So this time there's an option to bring that right hand on top of left. And again, just feeling that openness through the side body. So through the right hand side this time. And as you take each inhale, almost imagine space between each of your ribs. So your side body is growing nice and long. And then walking those hands back to center. And when you're ready, just rolling yourself up so that you come to sit on your heels. Nice. From here, let's interlace the fingers and reach the arms overhead. So the palms press up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then from here, just reach your arms back. Reach your hands back and open your chest. Maybe lifting your chin slightly. And again, nice deep breaths. Lengthening through the spine. One more breath here. Try and reach those arms back. And release. Take the hands down. And we're going to come to our tabletop. So wrists under shoulders. And then just shifting those knees underneath the hips. And then from here, find a nice neutral spine. And you're going to think of drawing that right shoulder towards the right hip. Looking over that right shoulder. So you're kind of making the letter C with your body. Nice. Other side. So left shoulder, left hip. Nice. Just do this a few times. So right shoulder, right hip. Looking over the right shoulder and then left shoulder, left hip. And then as you make this movement, maybe you're beginning to take it into some circles. So just moving through the spine in a way that feels good for you. So maybe drawing some circles with the chest, with the belly, with the back. Doesn't need to look like anything in particular. We're just finding some movement in the spine, warming up all the muscles in our back. Nice. Take another moment here. And then we're going to shift into a seated position. So maybe just coming to cross the legs or swing your legs around. And finding a nice, easy cross-legged position. From here, let's take the right hand down to the ground. Reach left fingertips all the way up and then reach them out to the side. Taking a moment here again, just opening up through the side body. So you could be looking down towards the bottom hand or looking up towards the top hand, your choice. So we really want to think about this left sit bone pressing down into the ground. And then energy all the way to the fingertips. Let's just take one more breath here. Nice. And then just come up and take that left hand down to the ground. So your hands frame your knee. You could be high up on your fingertips here. And then think of lengthening through the spine and lifting your chest. Maybe you can walk your hands forward a little bit. Take an inhale and lift your chest and lift your chin. And then exhale, bend through the elbows and just lower your body down as much as you can. Inhale, come up, lift the chest, lift the chin, and then exhale, wave it down. So we're just making this waving movement with our spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, waving down. Taking a few more like this. Inhale. Exhale, still thinking about that left sit bone pressing down. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Nice, and coming all the way back to center. Second side, so left hand down, right fingertips reach out long. So just taking a few breaths here, opening up this right hand side of the body. Again, feeling that space between the ribs. Nice, one more breath. Nice, lift it up and take that right hand down. Again, your hands are framing this left knee, and you're high up on your fingertips. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Maybe you can walk your hands forwards. Nice, hold it here, lengthening through the spine as much as you can, pressing that right sit bone down. Next, inhale, think of lifting your chest, lift your chin. Exhale, wave it down, bend the elbows. Again, inhale, wave up. Exhale, wave down. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Next inhale, just walk your hands all the way up. I'm going to turn to the side to show you. From here, we just place our hands behind us and we want the fingertips to point forward. Feet come to the ground, hip distance, and we come to this reverse tabletop. So you're pressing your hips high, opening up through the chest. So you'll probably feel a nice opening up through your shoulders here. You could drop the head or just keep your chin tucked. Push the floor away with your hands, with your feet, and then come all the way down. Nice. From here, we're going to take this right ankle over to the left knee to this figure four shape. So if you need to walk this left foot a little further away from you, feel free. And from here, we want to think of lifting up tall. So maybe you're coming high up onto your fingertips, lengthening through the spine. And then we're thinking about pressing this right knee out. If you feel like you have a bit more space, you could always walk this left foot a little bit closer towards your body. Just holding it here for a few breaths. Opening up through this right hip, pressing this right knee out, and lifting up tall through the crown of your head. Nice. From here, we want to take the hands behind you, fingertips point forward, and we're going to come to that reverse tabletop, but keep this ankle on this knee. So as you press up through the hands, through that left foot, again, send your hips high, open through the chest. Just one breath here, lifting the hips nice and high, pressing that right knee down. And then sending your hips all the way down to the ground. Straighten that right leg, keep this left knee bent, so you can step it towards you a little bit. Left hand behind your back. Right fingertips are gonna reach up high, big inhale. Exhale, we're gonna twist. So maybe right elbow outside of left knee. Looking over that left shoulder. Few breaths here, just enjoying this twist. Thinking about breathing into the lower belly. And then looking back to the front, and we just want to drop this left knee down to the ground. Keep this left hand where it is. And you press your hips high as you reach your right fingertips back. So you're just opening up through the front body. Just take a breath here. And then send your hips all the way down. Nice. Let's do that on the second side. So this time we're going to take the left ankle to the right knee for that figure four. So maybe coming up high up onto the fingertips, lengthening through the spine. Remember, you could always walk this right foot a little further away or a little closer. And we're thinking of pressing this left knee out, lengthening through the spine, breathing through the nose, nice deep breaths. Nice, and then again from here, place your hands down, fingertips point forward, and then press through the right foot, through the hands, lift your hips, lift your chest. And you want to make sure that left foot is flexed and you're pressing that left knee down. Send your hips higher, your chest higher, one more breath. And then lowering all the way down. Straighten the left leg and we come to our twist. So left fingertips reach up high, big inhale. Exhale, we twist. So maybe elbow outside of knee as you look over that right shoulder. If elbow outside of the knee doesn't feel good, you could always wrap the arm around the leg. That's always another option. Just one more breath here, growing tall with each inhale. Exhale, see if you can find a little bit more twist. Nice, drop the knee out to the side. Right hand stays where it is and we lift our hips. Reach back with those left fingertips, opening up through the front body. Curling back with the spine, one big breath. Nice, and then sending those hips all the way down. And we're going to make our way to a down dog. So either just crossing the legs, bringing hands out in front of you, or just swinging the legs around, however feels good. Make your way to a downward facing dog. Nice. Now in our down dog, let's bend our knees and lift our heels. So as you push the floor away, think of reaching your heart towards your feet. And you're sending your hips nice and high. Just finding this bent leg down dog. And you'll feel the openness through your shoulders as you reach your heart towards your feet. Nice. Now from here, maybe you can begin to straighten one leg. And then switch legs, so straighten the other. So just take a few moments doing this, straightening one leg, straightening the other leg. Just beginning to warm up the back of our legs. And then if it feels good, beginning to find down dog with both legs straight. Again, still thinking of sending the hips back and high. So we're really lengthening through the spine. From here, inhale, lift the heels high and take both heels over to the right hand side and then drop the heels down. So both toes are pointing towards the left, heels pointing towards the right. Nice. Inhale, lift the heels high and switch sides. So heels over to the left, toes pointing towards the right. Nice. One more time. Inhale, lift the heels, take them all the way over to the other side. And then lift the heels, take them all the way over to that left-hand side. And then bringing them back to center. Nice. And then taking as many steps as you need, we begin to walk the feet to the top of your yoga mats. Just coming to find a gentle forward fold here. So maybe hands are holding opposite elbows. Head is nice and heavy. Maybe a soft bend through the knees as you just sway from side to side. A ragdoll pose. Taking a few breaths here, really let the top of the head be heavy, let the elbows be heavy, and just let yourself hang. And then when you're ready, release the arms, bend through the knees and roll up all the way to standing, so your head is going to come up last. Nice, bring those feet together. Inhale, reach fingertips up high. Interlace the fingers and release your index finger. You're just going to send your hips forward, open up through the chest as you reach the arms back. Just a very gentle back bend here. Nice, and then hands by the side, release. We're going to just move our way through a little flow now. So inhale, reaching fingertips up to sky, look up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands down, step the right foot back. Drop the back knee, we come to Anjaneyasana. Let's sweep the fingertips up to the sky. Just take a few breaths here, reaching up tall with the fingertips and sending the hips forward. Keep breathing through the nose. Nice big breaths, long inhale, long exhale. Nice, take the hands down to the ground. And we're going to tuck the back toes so that back heel is lifted. And we're going to see if we can begin to straighten the back leg and then straighten the front leg. So make sure that back heel is lifted. If you need to place blocks underneath your hands, feel free. Or maybe you're high up on your fingertips. Or maybe you can begin to walk the hands forward a little bit. So as much as possible, the legs are straight. The spine is long. And we're just working into the back of that front leg. Nice, just taking one more breath here. And then from here, just begin to walk your hands to the right hand side. We're going to come into goddess pose here. So maybe you want to walk your feet a little bit closer towards each other. Turn the toes out, heels in, and bend the knees. So the knees press out. So your hands are either on the ground, or again, you could use blocks underneath each of your hands. And just take a moment here, swaying from side to side. So we're just working into the hips. And then when you feel ready, just finding stillness in the center and place your hands on top of your thighs. Press your hands down as you lift up through the chest. So you're lengthening through the spine, lifting your chest. Keep pressing your knees out. Take a few breaths here and try and bring your shoulders away from your ears so you're really lifting up tall through the chest. Nice, take an inhale. Exhale, drop that right shoulder into center. So you're pressing right hand into the right leg. Just taking a few breaths here. Really opening up through the hips. Nice, take the hands down to the ground. Walk them to the top of your mat and then step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the heels high and roll forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, so maybe dropping the knees, shift forward. Inhale, maybe cobra. Maybe from cobra, you're straightening your arms, lifting your hips, lifting your knees. Upward facing dog. Just taking a moment in your back bend. Lifting through the chest. Take a big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to look forward and bend the knees. You could step, you could jump, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, fingertips to sky. We come all the way up. Maybe reaching the arms back, taking a small back bend. Exhale, hands down. Second side. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step the left foot back. Drop the back knee. Fingertips to sky. Anjaneyasana. Again, taking a moment here. Breathing through the nose. So we're thinking about lengthening the front of this back hip, sending the hips forward, and then lengthening through the spine as you reach your fingertips up nice and high. Nice. From here, take the hands down so your hands could come onto blocks, maybe high up onto your fingertips. You're going to tuck the back toes and straighten that back leg. From here, we see if we can straighten that front knee. Nice. So aiming for both legs straight. If you have the space, maybe you're walking your hands forward. So really trying to find this length through the spine. So sometimes it helps if you think of sending your chest forward. This eliminates this rounding of the spine. So if you feel like you've got this little bit of a rounding, see if it helps by sending your chest forward. And you'll just feel that slight lengthening in your spine. Taking another breath wherever you are. And then maybe bending through that front knee as you walk your hands all the way over to the left-hand side of your mat. I'm going to flip around to face you. And again, we find this goddess pose with the hands on the ground to begin with. And just swaying from side to side, working into our hips. When you're ready, find stillness in the center. Place your hands on your thighs. Begin to lift your chest nice and high. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, left shoulder into the center. So you're pressing that left hand strongly into that left leg. Take a few breaths. Nice, release the hands down. Walk them to the top of your yoga mat and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, maybe cobra or up dog. And again, just hold it there for a few breaths. Really lifting up through the chest. Strong through the lower body. Opening up through the upper body. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice. From here, we just lower the knees down to the ground. And then we come to stand up onto our knees. So knees are underneath the hips. And let's just take that right leg out to the side. Right hand comes down onto the leg. Left fingertips sweep all the way up, all the way out to the side. So we're just lengthening this left hand side of the body. Taking a few deep breaths here. In and out through the nose. Nice, one more breath. Again, you could be looking down towards your bottom hand, or maybe up towards your top hand. Nice, coming all the way up. Take your hands down. We're going to find Gomukhasana. So you're going to bring this right leg behind the left. So right knee behind the left knee, and then sitting yourself all the way back. So I'm going to show you from the side. If you need to lift your hips a little bit, you could always sit on 2 yoga blocks or maybe some cushions. And we want the knees stacked on top of each other as much as possible. Then maybe wiggling the heels in towards the hips. And then from there, maybe moving the flesh from underneath your bum so that both sit bones are pressing evenly into the ground. Once you've found your position, maybe just closing down the eyes as you think of sitting up nice and tall. See if you can bring a softness to the outer hips. Try and avoid holding your breath. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Nice slow breath. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. And then with your next inhale, option to reach fingertips up high. Exhale, hands come behind the head. And we just think of lifting the chest, lifting the chin, and squeezing the elbows out. So just taking a few breaths here. So we really think about softening the outer hips, lifting up tall as we open through the chest. Nice, one more breath. Keep breathing. From here, we find our tabletop. So maybe just bringing hands in front of you and uncrossing the legs, or maybe swinging your legs around. Choice is yours. From here, second side, so lift up tall. Take that left leg out to the side, left hand on the left leg. Inhale, right fingertips all the way up, all the way out to the side. Take a few breaths here. Breathing into the side body. And pressing that left foot strongly into the ground. Nice. 2 more breaths. And come all the way up, hands down, second side Gomukhasana. So either swinging that left leg behind the right, crossing the knees and sitting back, or if it feels better just to swing your legs around. However feels good, just making your way to second side Gomukhasana. Again, option for blocks or cushions underneath the bum. And then sitting up nice and tall once you have that position. And again, maybe closing the eyes. Just focusing on the breath. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Really nice. Again, inhale. Exhale. From here, inhale, reach fingertips up high. Exhale, hands behind the head, lift the chest, lift the chin, and reach the elbows back. Just taking a few breaths here. So again, outer hips are soft, lifting up through the chest. And again, slowing down the breath. Whenever we hold these deep stretches, we try and hold our breath and make everything so tense. We want to try and slow down the breath, allowing those outer hips just to soften, surrendering to the pose. And release. This time, just take your hands behind you and just release your legs in front of you, maybe slightly wider than your hips, as you just rock your knees in one at a time. Just releasing that tension from the hips. And then when you're ready, coming onto your back, knees into your chest, and just wrap your arms around your legs. So you're squeezing your knees into your chest. See if you can catch opposite elbows as you squeeze those knees in. Take a big inhale here. Big exhale. Nice. And then just lay your legs on the ground and take them as wide as your mat, maybe slightly wider. And then arms as wide as the mats, reaching overhead or maybe slightly wider. So you're in this X position with your body. And then from here, just begin to reach your arms up and out and your feet down and out. So you're stretching all the way from your fingertips to your toes, energy through your whole body. Finding a big, big stretch here. Take an inhale, stretch as much as you can. Exhale, let it go. Let your body be completely soft. Just releasing any tension. So you could stay here with the arms just over the head, or maybe just bringing them beside your body if that feels more comfortable. And just allowing yourself the next minute or so to completely relax. So just releasing any tension. And just allow your body to be heavy. So your body is completely supported by the ground beneath you. Just let any of that tension go. Completely softening the body. And just taking a moment to notice how you feel, how your body feels. Perhaps just noticing any sensations, how your mind feels. Just noticing any thoughts. Just taking a moment to check in with yourself. So you could stay here as long as you need. When you're ready, maybe just rolling over to either side before making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Maybe resting your hands on your knees, shoulders stacked over hips as you lift up tall through the crown of your head. Again, just enjoying a moment of stillness. Just noticing how your body feels, how your mind feels. Just checking in with yourself before you continue the rest of your day. Noticing your breath. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.